Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing okay. You're doing well. Today, we're going to talk about passing exercises and specifically about a passing exercise made famous by Louis van Gaal. I don't know if it's really he created it, but he certainly made it famous. So, it's a very complete passing exercise and very commonly used, especially in Spain, for example. So this passing exercise was made famous by Dutch coach Louis van Gaal, especially after his period in Football Club Barcelona. It is as most passing exercises, it is an analytical exercise, although it can become a global exercise as well. Okay, it can be used as introductory or as a complementary exercise. Okay, it can be applied to any system or structure because it is based on different supporting players that the player in possession will have. Okay, always, always thinking that whenever we our team has possession of the ball, we always want players in front of the ball, in the back, and on the two sides. Okay, the main objective is based on paying special attention to the details or nano principles or micro principles, however you want to call them. Okay, or concepts, like for example, tension on the pass, getting free from the defender to support or to break away towards the goal. Okay, the moment with movement. Okay, when you're supposed to move, not before, not after. The speed of the movement. Okay, the control with what foot you're going to control, your body position, body language, communication, use the arms. So all these factors are really small details that we're going to pay attention. The speed of, I said before, the tension on the ball, the speed of the pass. So, and of course, if it has, for example, finishing or things that we can add after the last pass, it has to have the right tension because if it's too strong, the defender or the goalkeeper might get the pass, might intercept the pass. And if it's too slow, it will be intercepted by the defenders, okay? Okay, things to take into account regarding these type of exercises. Of course, we always have to work bilaterally. This means to both sides. Okay, pay special attention to the details. Okay, like I mentioned before, all the things that I just mentioned. How his body or the player's body position is going to be, his back towards the side. So all these things, control the back foot, all these things we're gonna pay special attention. Okay, progress always from lower to higher complexity. Okay, we can progress to other actions involving finishing or shooting, for example. We can progress also to 1v1 actions, or we can progress to numerical inferiority and superiority exercises. So we can progress into all these things, especially once the players are able to all do all these things correctly, and especially in the progression of the exercise when we want maybe to add more complexity, more specificity. Okay, when should we use them? Normally, they're used in the beginning of a session because it's normally an analytical exercise with it can have components of global exercise, but normally it has an analytical exercise. Normally, is used in the beginning. Okay, we can use it as introductory to another task or exercise before a main exercise or task, or we can use several exercises of these at the same time also. So we can use it on the one side of the pitch, for example, on the right side of the pitch, if we're working on the defensive side, and we can use it on the left. We can use it on the attacking side, on one side and also the other, or in the middle. Okay, so always looking at how our team is going to play, how it's going to move, the players are going to move, and playing around with this. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go into the examples, which are very simple. Okay, and I just placed some simple examples, and of course we're going to start very in a very simple manner. So this is just passing and moving in a circular way. Okay, It can be used as a warm up or as a complementary to the warm up. Okay, also. Okay, very simple. You can see there it's just passing and rotating. Control, pass, control, pass. Control with the back foot and pass. Okay, with the front foot. Okay, for example, I'm rotating. Very simple, right? Very easy. And then we starting progressing into more things that are more specific and more complex. Like we start adding, for example, wall passes. So here, this variation is just with one wall pass. So we're gonna now begin to pay attention to when to move the body position. Of course, the tension on the ball. If the player is gonna play one touch back, the one that's with the first wall pass. So all these things now, we're gonna add every time more complexity. Okay, and we're gonna make the exercise or the task more specific. Okay, so in this case, now they're jumping into one wall pass, and now we jump into two wall passes. Okay. Okay, now the movements have to be very fast behind the cones with the body language using the arms where the player wants the ball. Okay, the passes have to be sharp. Okay, and also the last pass has to have the right tension also because, like I mentioned before, we're going to try to focus on even more precision. Okay. Okay, so this one is with two wall passes. Of course, I just made a variation, always using the same players, but you can also use playing the pass with the player in the middle also, between the last one and the middle, that I didn't create that combination in this example. Okay, that's another variation you have. And you have even more also, okay? This is just very simple, okay? See? So now there's one wall pass. There are two wall passes. And there are three wall passes. And also we can apply third man also in this exercise as well. Okay? And dribble to the end. And you can add another wall pass there also with the one in the middle. So it has a lot of variations. This exercise is very complete. Okay? Another variations, and now we start playing a little bit more with specific components, okay? So we're gonna add now with the last pass, okay? And I'm gonna create two variations here, and you can create even more, okay? This is the first one, with just a wall pass between the last two players. And then you can involve also the next to the last player also, okay? Which I didn't in the examples before. And you can create even more, okay? Combination, see, like there, for example, okay? So what we want basically is specific components that we're going to see in a match, okay? And we can use them throughout the whole pitch in the defensive zone or in the offensive zone, like there, no? And the last variation that I placed was now using these type of exercise as far as transitions, okay? So now we're going to create numerical superiority, okay, with the passing exercise, okay? In this case, with the incorporation of the defender trying to create even numbers, okay? So the red team will have numerical superiority, and the green team will try to create even numbers, okay? So now create 2 versus 1, and the delay with the defenders trying to even the numbers up, okay? The 2 to 2. So we can create all these types of tasks if you think about it and use a little creativity. You can place players in other positions or in the same positions and add another one, or you just have to use a little bit of creativity, okay? But the context is there, okay? So it's just You just have to use a little bit of creativity and place players where you will see that in a real match they could appear, they're going to be placed, and create those situations so that you will create those finishing situations very specific in a specific manner. Okay, so they will begin to see things, and they will begin to react to those things that you are going to place, that context that you're going to create. Okay, and this is where learning is done in football. Okay, so basically this is the examples of a very used and commonly used, especially in Spain, passing pattern, okay, which is called Van Gaal's Y, la Y de Van Gaal in Spanish. And I hope you liked it. I hope you apply it. It's very useful. And also using other types of geometric figures, like, for example, triangles and diamonds, okay, diamond shape, okay, which are very commonly used. Squares can be used also, but remember that when we use squares, you're going to do a lot of flat passes, okay, horizontal passes, and this is not recommended normally. This is why we normally don't use squares, although you can use it, okay, but normally you're going to see that they're not commonly used so much, okay. Okay, so I hope you liked the video. Please like or subscribe if you haven't, so we can keep up bringing out more material. And hope to see you again. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.